Well, hello, I'm Peter Fox, still, and this is Castle Donington, as usual. Now, let me take you back. Let's go back a decade or so. I'm in Port Moresby, and I'm queuing for what I think was probably the first ATM, the first automatic bank machine in Papua New Guinea. It stood actually in the high street, and there's a little queue of us all waiting to use it. And we're equipped with one of these. Now, before you get terribly excited, this isn't actually a credit card. This is just my Magic Circle membership card. You won't get in if you can't do a trick. So we're standing there in this queue. It's about 5 of us. And I think most of us were expatriates. We were foreigners in Papua New Guinea. So we're there, we're there working for different organisations and things like that in the capital city of the country. And we're waiting to use what I think was the only, in those days, the only automatic teller machine in Papua New Guinea. It's a long time ago now. Standing next to this automatic teller machine was this young lad. He must have been, 17 or so. And he is what in Papua New Guinea, in Pidgin, they call a rascal. In other words, a rascal in PNG language is just an unemployed young man, probably living rough on the streets. So he's a poor guy. And he's standing beside this, having nothing else to do, standing beside this automatic bank machine, and he's watching us all as we come up. And we've all got our little magic piece of plastic. This is what he saw. He saw a man, very smartly dressed, obviously a foreigner, come up to this machine, put this piece of plastic, this little card, into a slot. He then did something with the numbers on the panel. There's a little pause, and then out of the machine came this little stack of pristine, brand new 20 kina notes. And this young guy watching was very puzzled. How on earth did that work? Then up came another guy, and he did exactly the same thing. Put his magic card into the slot on the machine, tapped 1 or 2 numbers, out came little stack, pristine, brand new 20 kina notes. Now remember, at that stage, ATMs were a reasonably new thing in Papua New Guinea. So it was a complete mystery to him how this thing worked. I mean, where did you get these little plastic cards? Where could he get one, more to the point? And what was it exactly he was doing with those buttons? Mysterious. Young white woman came up. Now, this was very, very odd. Foreign and a woman, and she's got one of the magic cards. So obviously, whatever it was, this magic wasn't just something that white men could do, white women could do it as well. She came up, put in her magic card, did something with the numbers. There was a little pause, and out came the stack of 20 kina notes, brand new, fresh out of the machine. Were they printed in the machine? Where did those 20 kina notes come from? How did they get there? And then, very mysterious, the woman didn't go away straight away. She waited a moment, and out of this machine came a slip of paper with something written on it. The woman took the slip of paper, she looked at it, nodded with satisfaction, put the money and the paper in her purse, and away she went. This was all very puzzling. How did this work? How did that go on? Here was somebody who, try as he might, couldn't find work, who, try as he might, couldn't get hold of any money by any honest means, and yet these people all seemed to have one of these magic cards, and they knew what to do with the numbers. who had told them the secret. A Papua New Guinean was next. He was what in Papua New Guinea they call a susok man, which meant that he was obviously somebody who worked in an office, because he, instead of wearing sandals or going barefoot, he had shoes and socks, just like a white man might. He's got the uniform of an office worker. He's got the beautiful crisp white shirt and the black shorts and the shoes and the socks. And he's got one of these magic cards. So it obviously wasn't just these white people. Papua New Guinean people too had this. Rich Papua New Guinea people had this magic card. He does the same thing, goes away with his notes. It's all very casual, all very ordinary. Let's face it, you and I are the same. We go to an ATM, wherever we might be, anywhere in the world. We pull out our little credit card and put it in the slot. We know the magic of the numbers. We know what you have to do to get the crisp, new money. Most puzzling of all, at the back of the queue, came me. Now, I was obviously not only foreign, but I was also what they call mission. I've got a cross round my neck. He knew perfectly well that missionaries didn't have a lot of money. Yet, here I was. I had the magic card. I came up, put the card in, pressed the buttons, and out came money. He had no idea. How could he know that the reason I had money coming out of a machine in Papua New Guinea was because some kind person in England had put it into a bank? Look at that. How's that for magic? Someone puts money in a bank in England, and I get money out of a bank machine in Papua New Guinea. I mean, when you stop and think about it, we take it all so much for granted. It is really rather an amazing thing, don't you think? As I took my crisp 20 kina notes, put the card away in my pocket, along with my money, I looked across at the face of that young man, and his facial expression really said it all. Mentally, he was saying, how does this work? Why can't I get one of those little plastic cards? Why don't I know the secret of which buttons to press so I can get my own little quantity of crisp, new 20 kina notes? And I looked back at him and I knew that this secret was something I couldn't explain to him. That's what poverty is like. It's as if everybody else has some magic that makes the money come out of that machine, and a poor man doesn't know how to work this magic. It's as if there's a great jigsaw puzzle, and for some reason you haven't been given all the pieces, and so you go on with your poverty, wondering what you've done wrong that meant you didn't have the magic of the little plastic card. Well, it's been fun these last few weeks, seeing you week by week on YouTube and on Facebook, doing my Bishop Peter's thought for the day. We're going to have another break now. You can go back over some of the other ones if you like, and have a look at them on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever. But this will be the last one we'll actually be producing for a short while. Maybe I'll be back with you later in the year, perhaps when we get nearer to Christmas. I hope so. And I hope when I do come back, you'll come and join me again. This is Peter Fox from St Edward's Castle, Donington. God bless.